Hey folks, today I'm going to show you how to set up your crafting woven echoes in a way that'll make life a little bit easier. Now, a lot of people are just popping them down whenever they need them, and it can be a bit of a pain because you have to find a cemetery so that you can place woven echoes, and then if you ever need to reset the web for whatever reason, it kind of messes a lot of stuff up and it makes it a little bit hard to deal with. So today we're going to go over how to make that a lot better. Anyway, if you do like this sort of thing, please consider leaving a like on the video, and yeah, we'll keep doing it. Let's jump into it. So the idea around this tech is you pick a specific timeline that you don't really need to do much in. You don't really need to raise the corruption or anything like that. And you use that as your crafting timeline. Ideally, you want to get it to 200 corruption because that is the highest minimum corruption of any of the crafting woven echoes. So now this, the stolen lance for me, will be my designated crafting station. So all we really need to do is have a line of all of the different types of crafting echoes. So in this case, I'm going to make a line of the Cemetery of Reweaving. So whenever I do need more of these, I can just pop them down. It's super easy. And then after that, you're just going to create a line of each of the different types of the woven echoes. Now you don't want to put them too close to each other, or sometimes the connections will get a little bit weird, and then you'll have to do a echo that you may not want to do and waste a crafting echo. So with this, I'm just going to place all of the same type in a line so that each time you do one of them, you unlock the next one. If you like mix them all up in a bunch, then you may have to do, for example, a OERDEN'S watch before you get to the next FARSIGHT. So what we'll do is we'll just paste the FARSIGHTs down here in a line. And then as you add more, you just pop them down in a line and go out from there. So you complete one FARSIGHT, which unlocks the next one, and so on. So yeah, this seems to be the best way to set this up. And then I'll do it again with the OERDEN'S watch. This is my set swapping. So I'll paste some of these down here. So now we have a few of those set up. And then I'll do the same with my Gauntlet of Strife. So I'll paste a bunch of these down. And then we can do the same with the RUNE complex. Now I don't actually have that many of these. That's okay. You can just buy more from the shop thing. And then we also probably want to do Conquer Tower. So I do consider this to be a crafting echo as well, even though it doesn't say it. Nemesis is pretty much just crafting. So we'll put this down. So it doesn't seem like the corruption does actually affect the Nemesis outcome, so don't worry about putting this at 200 corruption. So yeah, we'll put some of these down. And then finally, we will do the Great Bridge for our set crafting. So we'll place those down as well. Now they don't all need to be bunched up here in the same line. As you go, there are edges of the echo web, so once you reach a certain distance you won't be able to continue, so you may want to like circle these around a bit so you don't bump into the edge. But yeah, once you do fill up everything, you can just reset this and then set it up again if you want, or you know, branch out from a different side or something like that. But this is basically the idea, just so that you have consecutive of the same craft set up, so you don't need to lay them down again, do more cemeteries. This is roughly what it'll look like as you path along. You can see I'm gaining access to my crafting echoes that I put down. Now in hindsight, I probably should have used the false temple instead, just because it's a little bit cheaper for memory amber, and you're not going to really be using these to place anyway. You should be treating the Cemetery of Reweaving as its own crafting echo. But yeah, that's besides the point. So this is what you're at. You have access to this, and we'll quickly talk about how you get these crafting echoes and what they're for. And where you can find that information. So let's jump over to the shop where you buy the echoes. So here we are at the shop. This may look a little bit different than yours depending on what rank you are. I'm currently max rank, so I have all of them unlocked. If you don't see this or you're missing some of the echoes, what you can do is you can go over here to Tunk Labs. I'll put this link in the description. You can see all the information about the different woven echoes. So here you can see the crafting ones. The rank unlocks is here. So like, for example, OERDEN'S watch unlocks at rank 10. You won't see this until you're high rank. If you need this crafting, you can imprint it into your Echo Web. So if you want that, what you would do is you would go in here and you can use the imprint nodes. So here, if you need a certain craft that you don't have unlocked yet, you can just imprint it if you manage to drop one. Otherwise, yeah, you can wait until rank 10, or you can get some of the Woven Echo drop chance stuff just to get them. But anyway, let's quickly go through the echoes. So these are the crafting echoes. You can see the costs here. Some of them are a little bit pricey. If you don't care about some of these or they don't matter for you, then you can just skip them. That's fine. To quickly walk through what they actually do. So the Rune Prison Complex, this is for experimental crafting. So if you want experimental affixes, you get a bunch of mages. If for whatever reason you want mage drops, Rune Prison is also very good. You get a bunch of mage kills, so you get your like Mild Alchemist Ladle, stuff like that, and then you craft your experimentals. The reweaving is how you put down more echoes. So if you want to put down additional crafting stations, you do the reweaving. The Great Bridge is for set crafting. So you shatter the set items, you get the set shards, and then you make the reforged set items. And then from there you can do like Rune of Havoc and stuff to make like T7 set affixes and all that. So quite good as well. The Farsight Turtle, this is the LP re-rolling crafting station. So you can put in a 1 LP item, for example, and re-roll the LP. If it doesn't go up in LP, so if it doesn't go to 2 or 3, 4 LP, it'll go back down to 0. And then once it's 0, you can put it into Nemesis and try and get LP again. And Nemesis might make it legendary, in which case you won't be able to use it with the Turtle. But yeah, the Turtle is basically just recycling machine for your low LP items. You can just drop it in and hope for more LP. The Gauntlet of Strife. So this is the Divine Orb re-rolling thing. So you put in a unique item that has bad rolls, and you put in a sacrifice of similar potential, I guess. So like if it's a 1 LP, you can sacrifice either a 1 LP or a legendary with 1 or more affixes, and then you can re-roll the implicit and explicit values using Gauntlet of Strife. Then finally, the Orden's Watch. This is the attribute swapping. So you can swap int, dex, attunement, strength into a different of one of those 4. So this is really useful for attribute stackers. You can swap whatever base of those attributes into a different one. And then finally, not listed under crafting, we have the Conquer Tower. This is the one where you fight Nemesis to add LP or farm for good exalted items with multi T7s. This is the one that you want. So I would recommend including this as well in your farm. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. Hope you found this helpful. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.